Super candid unboxing and review all in one, mostly because this doesn't really warrant individual videos. This is I don't really know how to say it. It's either the Ruertu or the Ruertu. I'm not sure because there's no even Chinese written on here to get a sense of the way you would pronounce it. But what this is an Amazon special of a bigme 10.3 inch. This is 100% the exact same thing as a bigme. It's a 10.3 inch Kaleido 3 eink color, octa-core 2.3 gigahertz, 6 gigs, 128. It is 100% the same body, but apparently they did some different things with the software, so we're just going to do a little bit of a look into how it's different, and if you wanted to grab one, the link will be down below. Pretty decent card stock on the box side of things, and I will already tell you that this is different than a bigme in terms of the way they package it, because they never give you the actual case in the box with a bigme device. It is always separate. Let us see how this differs in terms of the actual case as well, because we might as well look at all the accessories. The plastic is just pretty bad here because the little rip strip ripped off onto my finger, and now there's adherence everywhere. And apparently what they did is got rid of one of the cameras, and we get only one camera at the back. That's a pretty nice case, honestly, and it is pretty different. It's more of a gel case that is wrapped in leather rather than the traditional kind of felt case that bigme gives you. Now, I have no idea what kind of pen we're going to get in here, and that's pretty exciting, honestly, because we've never experienced this unit thus far. I have no idea who these guys are. They sent us this unit. We're not in distribution with them, so any of the links you see down below are not going to be our company. It's going to be probably Amazon links to these guys. And oh, there's the pen. All right, what do we got here? Is that a short pen? Or am I being fooled by the length of the box here? Okay, yeah, so that's the standard Wacom pen. This is the standard Wacom pen you use when you don't know what Wacom pen to use. A lot of manufacturers do this. MeBook does this, HiRead does this, and Pocketbook does this because they don't have either the facilities or the infrastructure to make their own pens, so they just buy this one. They just use the default pen. This is the one that's been around since 2013. It's very unimpressive. It's very normal. It looks like they did just go with bigme for the replacement tips. That's the one you find with them. And it looks like you do have a QC pass. And what do we have here? This should be some more documentation. If it says anything about XRZ is bigme Corporation officially, and it doesn't look like it says anything on there, but that is all great. Now, what do we have here in terms of the unit? Let us go ahead and open this up. This is, of course, the 10.3 Kaleido, so it would be the eNote Color Plus. You do have that camera on the back right there, but you'll see that you don't have the camera at the front, and of course the bigme logoing is gone, but you still have the 4 microphones up top, the stereo speakers, and the SD card, and the USB-C, as well as a power button with biometrics. Let's dive into this unit, because enough rambling on the unboxing portion. We need to see how the software differs. So having gone over this for the past 15 minutes since we cut, we can tell you that there are no differences between the operating system and the UI from the bigme unit and this one. It is identical in every single way. You get OneNote, you get the floating ball, you get apps management, you get the eink center, you get ChatGPT, you get Google Play. So they didn't even do anything in order to differentiate themselves from a traditional bigme device. They just simply copied it over, redid the box, put their logoing on the box, and I mean, that was it. They called it a day. In fact, if you go to the settings and you go down to device name, it says AI Note, and that is what the bigme device refers to. So a little bit of a lazy attempt / lazy job of going about that. I would have liked to see something a touch unique to the Ruertu brand, whatever they want to call themselves, and whatever they hope to achieve out of this venture. There must be a reason they are white labeling this unit to do something other than just copying someone. A lot of manufacturers do white labeling, and we understand that, but to some degree you need to make the unit your own, and they just simply didn't do anything. Although yes, it is color, that's not any of the reward to them. They didn't develop this unit, but it does have the ability to take notes. You have pen, pencil, brush, ball pen, highlight, and you can change kind of in between all of these as you see fit. You have different amounts of layers. You have toolbar, you have zoom, you have the lasso tool. Lasso tool is very useful. You can click on the lasso tool if it will allow me to. There you go. I've noticed this thing is pretty slow. If you saw us tapping through things just in the past minute, it's very slow in comparison to the bigme. The bigme devices are refined powerhouses. I don't know what they did to this thing, but it's pretty slow, all things considered. If you get the lasso like that, you can box this area, you can move it around, you can expand it, you can shorten it, you can rotate it, all that kind of stuff. Exit out of there. You have undo, redo, and you have more. You can also share and export, as we mentioned, anything that is on your device. So Microsoft Outlook, you have Gmail. You can feel free to directly share and export all of your notes directly with those apps. Looking through the rest of the unit, you have library, where all your books are going to be stored. You have storage, where all of your files are. I always appreciate storage because it gives you an actual look of the file explorer of your units. You have external storage, document, videos, audio, picture, etc. You have App Center, and this is going to be the list of your applications as we showed you a little bit before. You have Screensaver, you have Xmail, you have WPS Office Lite, you have Scan Document. Scan Document, of course, is going to be your camera. Your camera is going to be used for scanning documents, but honestly it can be used for anything as long as you want to effectively. You could use this for Facebook Messenger, you can use this for WhatsApp, you can use it for Skype, you can use it for video call. And yes, the image sensor is always color. There is no black and white image sensor, even on black and white devices. This is a color device, so you will get that color, but worry not, it is not a black and white image sensor, it is color. Other than that, there's not a lot they did to separate themselves. The staining and overall lack of refinement just seems to be ever present. I'm not sure why it's so much worse in terms of the staining, in terms of the performance of a bigme unit. I guess it might be that they were presented with a different build in comparison to what bigme gets. Bigme gets priority when it comes to the highest level working version of their OS, and then they give the white label versions out to everybody else, and this is what these guys have, because it's pretty awful compared to the powerhouse nature of an eNote Color Plus. So I would say, if you are interested in grabbing one of these, again, I don't see any personal reason why you would get this over a bigme. The bigme devices have such a rich infrastructure of having your accounts, having your shares, having everything integrated into one place. Whereas this, you're making more trouble for yourself. You're buying a brand that doesn't directly deal with the company it's based off of. Your account is completely unknown. I don't even know how to say the company, to be completely honest, and I've never heard of this company. They have no track record, whereas bigme has been in the business for 17 years, so I would say you don't need to buy these guys. I would just buy the eNote Color Plus or the eNote Color Plus Lite variant, because then you get multiple price options and you're getting a company that is tried, tested, and true, rather than this complete anomaly that seems to mess with the software to a point where it just becomes a little bit unusable. So I would say steer clear of these guys for now. If you are interested in one, Amazon link is in the description down below.